Hello friends, welcome back again, and today we are going to learn a leg setup. So what is this leg setup and how it is going to work? So normally we have to create a joint based on our character, whatever the shape is. And here you can see I've already have created a leg setup which is having the name as well: thigh, knee, ankle, toe and toe end. So for that I would use IK handle tool to control the leg setup. So for that very quickly we should go rigging, skeleton, IK handle tool, use rotational plane instead of single chain, and we have to click here 1 and 2. As a result we get this motion as a leg. So later on we have to create one more time, like say this time you have to make sure that you select single chain, and here we can say 1 2. One more time, click here 1 and 2. So as a result we can see that we have created 3 IK handle tool. One is for the movement where the knee bends, whereas all this IK handle tool is meant for to create the motion for toe and heel. We'll see quickly just now. So after creating the single chain and the rotational plane for the ankle thing, so we have to create a grouping. So first thing first, select them, select this first and second toe and IK handle tool, group them, Control G, and make sure that you change the center point to the center point. So if I move this group or rotate this group, I don't have to move it, I just have to rotate it. So when I rotate, I get this toe tap group. So I'll say toe tap GRP. So select this IK handle tool and say this time Control G, and again you have to change the pivot center point to the joint, and say make sure that which motion it is coming. So it's coming peel heel, so I'll say peel heel GRP, and I'll select both the group just now, and I'll select both the group now and Control G, and this time I'll change the center point to any which ways. I'll say go here for the toe twist or the uphill. So I'll say toe twist group, toe twist GRP, and I have one more group which need to create it. So I'll select this group again. I'll say Control G again, and this time I'll say center point here so that I get this motion of twist heel. So I'll say twist heel GRP. That's it. So as a result, if I open them, I'll get this parameter, I'll get this all this grouping, so that I get different motion out of it. So when I select this peel heel, I'll get this motion. If I select this toe tap, I'll get this toe tap group motions. If I use the toe twist, so I'll get this toe twist group and twist heel. Simple as that. So to operate them with the parameter, I need to create a controller, so which is here. Create as per your requirement, whatever you like, whatever your character shape it is. I'm just creating a very simple shape for the feet. And yeah, that's it. And all I need to do is, yeah, simple, sweet and simple. So go here and move it, and if you want to move it little up so that we can see the controller, even the floor is there. So freeze transformation, first thing, freeze transformation, delete by type history, Alt Shift D, and no problem. So we don't have any value in that now, its value is resetted. So I'll make it leg, foot, control. So here it is. So first thing first, open them, all of them, all the groups are visible. Select and add some attributes so that we can control all these grouping motions. So to use that, I would like to create a parameter into this controller. So go here and say add attribute, and I'll say toe tap group. So toe tap, and I'll use float value which is minimum 10, positive 10, or maximum 10, default is 0, toe twist, and I'll say minus 10, maximum 10, default 2, and say peel heel. Peel heel is going to be 0, positive 10, and add, that's it. Uphill, uphill is again 0, maximum 10. Because we do not want a value which is going to be negative, I only want on the one direction, which is 10, maximum 10, default 0. And last but not the least, twist heel. And this both the way it is going to go, and say minus 10, positive 10, that's it. So I got this value, toe tap, both the values, and toe twist, both the values, and peel heel is only one side, which you can say 0 to 10. Uphill also is something like that, whereas twist heel is both the directions. So I need to connect them all with this grouping. So select this object, again come in the animation panel, key, set driven key, option box, load driver. So I'll start with this toe tap group. So select this toe tap controller which is here. Find the toe tap group and make sure that you are on the proper group. Again, even if the naming could go wrong sometime. So select this toe tap and say load driven. Make sure which axis is rotating. I can see X it is. So rotate X, key, and toe tap positive. Make sure that which value you find it proper, appropriate. So I'll say 45. Always use round values. Let's say not 45.2 or something. If it is 42, make it 40, make it 45, whatever it is so that it is easy to remember. So I use 45 key, and this time I'll go negative toe tap, and this will use 45 and use key. That's it. So as a result, if I go here, I'll find it. I have this value here, come here. So it's operating now. Again, go in toe twist and make sure that which is toe twist here, it is toe twist here. So toe twist is there, and say load driven, and I believe it is going to be Y value here. So Y value, toe twist group, or Y key, and make sure that toe twist, say positive 10, it will come positive somewhere like this. Let's say minus 45. Again, go in negative 10. Let's say 45. It is minus 10, and this time I guess it's fine. And say key. So if I go here, yeah, perfect. Yeah, no problem. No problem there. And I'll use peel heel now, which is peel heel group is here, and say again, and make sure that which axis it is. It is X axis again. Rotate X, peel heel. Make sure that peel heel is on the maximum value and use it. Let's say 45, and key. That's it. Simple. So yeah, perfect. And uphill will come from the toe twist, I believe. There's a toe tap, toe twist. Yeah, this is uphill mode. So I'll use this node driven, and I'll make sure that which axis it is. It is X axis. Make sure that I always click as soon as I select the group. I click on the driven group, driven button, and use this axis which need to be operated. So I'll use uphill this moment, key, and use uphill maximum values, and make sure that which value is appropriate for you. So 45 is again key, and last but not the least, I'll say 0, and let's say twist heel, and which is going to be twist heel. group, rotate Y key, make it twist in positive direction. Yeah, perfect. So let's say 45 key, and I'll say negative 10 minus 45 key. Simple. So as a result, I'm able to control all the motions. If at all, if you need another motions, you can always use the grouping method as per your requirement. I've seen many other techniques, so every rigging is different from one another, but this works fine for me. So if I want to take a toe tap, I will can toe tap if someone is waiting like tick, 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 tick. And toe twist like tail heel and uphill and toe twist in the list. So here we are. So there's one thing which is remaining is a controller, let's say for the pole vector. So I'll use it, and I believe recording is on. Yes. So I'll use it. -90° simple transformation, which is modify freeze transformation, delete by type history. I'll select this controller, I'll name it, I'll say pole vector, leg pole vector, pole PL PLV pole vector CFTR. So what we need to do is select this object, select the IK handle which is on the ankle joint, and I'll go here, let's say pole vector, simple. So as a result, if I move it, oh sorry, I missed something, but I'll come back to that. But I can always rotate it. So you saw that when I wanted to move it, I just skipped this step. I want to move this controller, but along with that, I also want all this joint to be followed. So what we can do is, there's a group which is operating. You can see here. Yeah, I'll group it. Control G again, and make sure that you change the pivot. Comes, let's say, leg IK group, and I'll change the center point from here to here, and even the controller should have the same center point, and I'll use it. Group, select this object and say P for parent. So as a result, when I move it, I can easily see that, but still this controller which is associated to this pole vector, it's not moving. You see that. So there's one thing which you could do is select this object which is leg control, Control G again, Control G means here, and center point should be moved here, and select this controller and say P. So as a result, when I move it, it moves along with that, and if I want to move it, no problem with that, no issues. Okay, fine. And when you want to make it 0, no problem with that. Or else simply you can keep it as it is, wherever it is. It's up to you completely. It's completely up to your choice how you work. But here we are. We have this joint tool now, and we can have all kind of motions, whatever we need. And again, you can always animate them. And again, any axis, you can have this, all sort of motions. So here we have concluded the leg setup. So I hope you have understood. Any queries, any feedback, you can write down on the comment below. So this is how it is, leg setup. So till the next time, bye bye.